badge, a gun, the law on their side. But sometimes, even the enforcers become hunted. Sirens wail, boots hit the ground, and officers brace for confrontation. But what happens when the tables turn? When those sworn to uphold the law find themselves outmatched, outgunned, and out of time. Justice wears a uniform, but so does vulnerability. Today, we uncover the moments when officers lost their fight with suspects who refused to go down without a battle.
Crime Tracker.
On July 18th, 2023, a Lakewood police officer working an off-duty job noticed an individual entering a grocery store he was protecting with a plastic bag. This individual grabbed some items and made to leave the store without paying for the things he took. The officer noticed this and followed him, leading to a confrontation. He grabbed the suspect and pulled him back inside the store. However, the situation went south for the officer when the suspect managed to overpower him and took him to the ground, placing him in a guillotine headlock.
Please, I beg your mercy!
Other people from a store hurriedly came to the rescue of the police officer, overpowering the suspect and placing him on campus.
I wasn't stealing.
Within moments, officers swarmed the store and were eventually able to arrest and subdue the extremely violent suspect. The officer was lucky because the situation could have ended much worse for him if the suspect had managed to render him unconscious and taken possession of his firearm. This officer suffered asphyxiation, redness around the neck, abrasions, and swelling. The suspect was charged with felony assault, aggravated robbery, strangulation, and resisting arrest. He later accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 3 to 4.5 years in prison with 1.5 to 3 years of probation.
A female officer was knocked unconscious when she tried to arrest a highly dangerous felon on her own. On April 27, 2023, a female Oklahoma police officer responded to a building in search of D'Angelo Wright, a 26-year-old who had felony warrants for kidnapping and aggravated assault and had also strangled the caller. The officer had arrived previously to find that Wright was not home. But after receiving reports that the suspect had returned, the officer went back, alone, which was a grave mistake that almost cost her her life. He knocked the officer unconscious and continued to hit her even after she had passed out, causing serious injuries on her. The suspect fled the scene, but he was apprehended the following morning. He was found hiding in the laundry room of another apartment. He was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and battery on a law enforcement officer, resulting in severe bodily injuries. He was also charged with domestic assault and battery by strangulation and was sentenced to 35 years in prison.
On October 9, 2021, Australian police officers were enforcing mask-wearing regulations prompted by the COVID-19 pandemic on a 15-year-old boy. The boy used a walkie-talkie to contact his neighbor, 50-year-old Stephen John Cleary, who arrived at the scene with a bat, ready to assault the officers.
Mate, you'll be quickly.
No.
You go home quickly. Pick up your bag and go.
No, you.
Mate, you'll be tased.
You get back now. You get back from me now.
You'll be tased.
Now.
Get your hand off him. Warning up!
Get back now, or you'll be tased.
You'll be tased.
Get back.
Go and get me now.
Get down now, or you'll be tased.
Don't grab! Oh. Get off there! Get back! Get back now! Straight card north! We're getting straight card north! Get! Ah! Put that down! Get back!
Yes, call for help. Boulevard 303, code 9.
Mate!
Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back now. Do it. Put your hands behind your back now. Do it. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
The confrontation escalated into a one-on-one fight when a 15-year-old attempted to pull one of the officer's guns. The officer facing the 50-year-old's Stephen John Cleary was defeated in the altercation and was severely and repeatedly beaten with a bat before being rescued by a colleague. Cleary, who was later found out to suffer from severe, impaired mental functioning and experiencing active delusions, as at the time of the incident was arrested and sentenced to only 38 months in jail despite causing significant bodily harm to both officers. He was convicted of assaulting a police officer and intentionally causing injury, while the 15-year-old was charged in juvenile court.
Next are these officers that are in such poor physical conditions that a single suspect overpowered both of them. On October 20th, 2024, Phoenix police officers were called to a store where the owners reported a man who appeared impaired was wielding a large knife and intimidating other customers. Upon arrival, the officers were quick to understand why their presence had been requested.
The guy on we did additional units. That's okay. You got the taser? I got, here, you want to come this way with hands? I got.
Hey, please, get your hands up now.
I'm coming.
Stop it!
Damn it.
I'm done.
After what seemed like a pretty long altercation between the officers and the suspect, one of the officers ultimately shot the guy fatally after he overpowered both the officer and his female colleague.
Right here, stop! I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head!
Even with the assistance of the mall security, they were still unable to initially subdue the suspect, who managed to fend off all three of them. Medics were later called to the scene, and the suspect was confirmed dead. The officers sustained minor injuries, and their use of deadly force remains under investigation as at the time of this production.
In another unfortunate incident, the police officer was pepper sprayed by the suspect and left in immense pain. On November 16th, 2023, police officers were dispatched to a Walmart store in response to reports of a male and female shoplifter. However, one officer arrived at the scene first to confront the suspects. It was a mistake that the officer approached them alone anyway. The suspect used pepper spray on the officer, who responded in kind, and it became a pepper spray standoff. The officer quickly called for backup.
Come on! Please stop! Please stop!
Get a car up at Walmart. Car up at Walmart. I'm in a fight.
The officer quickly called for backup as the suspect, armed with pepper spray, used it against him. The officer responded in kind, leading to a pepper spray standoff.
Crazy, you man! I'm done. Stop, I'm done. I swear to God, I'm done. Sir, listen to me, please. Please, sir. Sir. Please, I need... Can I...
In all of this, the female shoplifter stood aloof and later walked away.
Under arrest too.
Sir.
Ma'am, don't go anywhere.
Sir, please, listen.
The suspect was arrested, but the officer appeared to suffer more from the effect of the pepper spray. His colleagues had to use multiple bottles of water to help alleviate his discomfort.
Fucking end of the night. What a dick. His girl's somewhere too.
The female shoplifter took advantage of the commotion to escape. Medics were later called to care for the officer who had been pepper sprayed, and the male shoplifter was taken to jail, where he was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, and petty theft.
In this next case, 2 officers attempted to arrest an offending immigrant, only to be ambushed by many of his friends. On January 27, 2024, New York City police officers attempted to disperse a group of young Spanish immigrants causing commotion at Times Square. However, the situation escalated when the officers tried to detain one of them, resulting in a fierce street fight. The suspects managed to escape after working together to fight and overpower the police officers. However, their freedom was short-lived as they were later apprehended, charged with assault and sentenced to prison ranging from 1 to 2 years.
On the last one for today, a suspect attempted to drown an officer. On July 4th, 2023, Florida police officers patrolling the beach were flagged down by beachgoers, reporting a man who had assaulted his girlfriend, pepper sprayed some others, and fled on a boat. The officers chased him down, and as soon as they spotted him, the man jumped into the water.
Hey, buddy, hey, just come to the boat, man. We'll get it figured out. Just come here. Quit being stupid, man. Come on. Once you grab a piece of his clothes, rip them up. Hey, Sean, get over here.
Didn't do anything. What the fuck?
Dude, come on, man. Let's figure it out, dude. Come on.
Come get in the
You
boat.
don't know the
Okay,
side.
all right.
Come on, dude. Let's figure it out.
No, figure it out what?
You're in the water in the middle of the Gulf, brother. It's not safe for you to be out here.
Say what we need to figure out.
The suspect had no intention of cooperating with the officers, which further raised suspicions about the accusations levied against him. Because if he were innocent, he would cooperate with the law enforcement officers. The officers closed in on him with their 2 boats in an attempt to catch him, but he swam away. However, they managed to corner him, and an officer made an attempt to pull him out of the water, but instead was pulled into the water by the suspect. According to the officer's report, the suspect dragged him in, head first, causing him to nearly drown. However, his colleagues intervened on time to prevent the drowning.
We got one in the water.
John! John!
Come here, motherfucker. You want to fuck with my guy? You hear me, motherfucker? You want to fuck with him? I got him. My guy, motherfucker. Oh, well, fuck this. Fucking over, man. You hear me? Get your head on the ground.
Tell me what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
Tase him.
He punched me in my face.
The suspect was arrested, taken to jail, and charged with operating a vessel while impaired, battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest with violence, and attempting felony murder. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. See you on the next one.
Crime Tracker.